Hello and welcome to an update of our The Mating Game experiment. So we're going to start off our update with the European Nightcrawler bin. If I can get it to, oh, there. Okay, so I have been adding some moisture to this, some water, because our heaters have been running overtime here in the basement. So material is drying out. There's only 5 worms in here. And I need to make sure that the material is healthy for the worms. So I have been adding, after I feed, I have been adding some water. And it looks like it's doing good because I like the feel of this bedding. Oh, here's one. Here's one adult. I'm gonna try very hard not to bother them too much. But, oh, here's a young one. And I know that we had cocoons in here, actually in our first week. So yeah, we're seeing some juveniles in here. There's a little bit of a smell, but that's only because last week, although I didn't film it, I did feed them a little bit of rotten spinach leaves, and wow, anybody who's ever smelled rotten spinach leaves knows they don't smell like roses. Here's another one. Now this one was definitely born here. It's too small to be one of the larger ones that I originally started with. There's one of the big guys. So at the bottom there, let's see if we can spot any more. They're really great at hiding. Oh, there's another one right there. And another one right there. So yeah, they're in there. They're in there. And we also have a lot of babies. So this bin is doing well. I think I've seen so far at least 4 or even 5 babies in here. But I'm going to stop poking around in here and just feed these guys up because we have 3 more bins to go through. So we're just going to give them just a few pieces of, I think it's a squash, zucchini squash. That should be enough for them. Yeah. Okay, so we're done with the European Nightcrawlers, so let's move on over to the red wigglers. Okay, so here is our red wiggler bin. And again, we're looking for the same conditions. We want to keep the conditions as identical as possible, so we want to make sure, oh, there's a baby. And I think there's an adult right there crawling around. There's another baby right there. And I think that's a cocoon right here, and it's really dark. Yeah. that probably will hatch any day. And the red wigglers and I think the blue worms so far have been reproducing like crazy. I'm seeing a lot of babies, even though can't always see it when I'm filming. And here's another youngster. Well, no, that's a mature one. He's got the clitellum. So the bin looks good. Here's another one. So all 5 of the adults are in here, and I'm seeing more and more babies. Here's another one crawling on my gloves. Gotta be careful with these guys, so teeny tiny. So obviously these guys are doing well, and I'm going to give them the same amount of food as we gave to the European night crawlers, just 3 pieces of the zucchini. I already put some eggshell and coffee grounds on it, so no need to worry about that. Now let's move on to the blue worms. Here are the blue worms, and I think that these guys by far have been the most prolific breeders, at least in my basement, because it is climate controlled. But I'm seeing, here's a baby. Where did he go? They're so fast, it's hard. Oh, here he is. This is a young one. Not a baby, but a young one. They like to hang out. I don't know if you can see that guy moving right there at the very, very bottom, because it's nice and moist in there. So they love it there. The babies absolutely love it there. This thing keeps moving on me. Again, the moisture feels good. And the worms are hiding quite well. But I know here's some more babies at the bottom there. I don't know how well you can see that. There's the baby. Actually, is that 1 or 2? Well, anyway. So yeah, these guys have babies, and I'm sure there are cocoons in there. So I'm going to feed these guys up 3 pieces of the squash. And it looks like I won't even have to add any water to the bins, because the moisture seems perfect. And now we'll go over to our last bin, which is the African night crawlers. Last but not least, our African night crawlers. And let's see. Okay, so it's moist as well. And I can already see something big and juicy moving over there. That's one of the night crawlers. Yeah, there. I try not to mess with them too much. They're a very large, beautiful worm. I'm sorry, guys, but you have to go on camera. Right? There you go. It's a big, big worm. So what else are we going? Oh, and here are babies. So even though I spotted just one cocoon, I have since then seen quite a few babies, and that means that there was more than one cocoon. Here's another baby right there. Oh, here's one. Oops. Here's one, just as I said it. Here's one cocoon. So, oh, here's another of the large ones, the large mature worms in there. Okay. That's why I didn't really film last week. I'm doing this update every other week because, you know, there's so few worms. We want to kind of let them, oh, is that another? We want to kind of let them get a little more populated. And then they're probably going to be interesting to watch. But these guys are doing well too, so I mean, I can't complain. So we'll give them their 3 pieces of zucchini and leave them alone. And we'll probably do another update, although I feed them every week. I am going to do an update every other week, at least for now, while the bins are still so fairly new. This is like, what, week 6? But so far they're doing good, and we're seeing cocoons and babies in every single bin. So ultimately, it will be down to numbers. So thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next time.